What's going on, everybody? It's Super here. Welcome to another accurate Pokemon tier list. Today, we're making the most accurate bug-type Pokemon tier list. If you're new to the series, just know that, first of all my tier lists are the most accurate tier lists here on YouTube. All the tier lists are, in fact, wrong. And as always, on these tier lists, we have goated, stupid good, okay, meh, and trash. We have one extra column. That's because, these are Pokemon that, are bug types because of an item they're holding. So they're not counted. They have to have an item to be considered bug type. No, we're not counting that. These are in our normal type one, because without an item, they're purely normal type. So I put them in not bug, what the fuck. But, as you may or may not know, I'm doing a sort of mini-series with the tier list. I made a tier list typing all my favorite Pokemon types from least to greatest. And we're going in order for the Pokemon in those typings, starting with the least and going to the greatest. So if you haven't seen the past two, we've done rock and normal, and now we're on a bug. So be sure to check out those two videos and then come back to this one. But we got a good number of Pokemon to get through, so let's start off. I guess, we're going to start from the top and work our way down. We're going to go with Caterpie. Caterpie, an OGmon. I'm going to put Caterpie in meh. Caterpie is not particularly strong. It levels up insanely fast, so you get, you get a Butterfree insanely quick. But, it's not the best. You catch it, but then, Pidgeys are a thing, Spearow are a thing. Any flying or fire type is demolishing this thing. So it's going to go in meh. Metapod, is trash. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like Metapod. Just because something goes in trash doesn't mean I don't like the Pokemon. I do like the Pokemon. The reason the Metapod is in trash is because if you catch a wild Metapod, which is perfectly fine, you can do that, it will only know Harden and it doesn't learn anything until it evolves to a Butterfree. Now that is fine and dandy if you got it as a Caterpie first. If you got it as a Caterpie first, you got String Shot, you got Tackle, you can at least work with it. Metapod doesn't know anything when you catch it in wild. I don't know why it doesn't. Because with any other Pokemon you find in the wild, you take the level, and whatever 4 moves it'll have at that level, it'll have. But Metapod only knows Harden. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't forget String Shot and Tackle, but it does. And for that reason, it's in trash. Butterfree, I actually really like Butterfree. I'm putting Butterfree in okay. I am a Butterfree stan. I really like Butterfree. I like it better than Beedrill for some reason, but I don't know why. I just really like Butterfree. It's a lot bulkier than you think. Don't get me wrong, it's not bulky, but it's bulkier than you think. Surprisingly so. I love G-Max Butterfree. G-Max Butterfree is goated. I love this thing. I adore this thing. This is the pinnacle of Butterfree. I can't express enough how much I like G-Max Butterfree. And again, it's one of those things, I can't explain it. It's just a very pretty Pokemon. And it's not my fault they made a really good design G-Max. It's one of the few, exceptions for G-Max's trash. This thing is super cool. I love it. Next up is Weedle. Weedle is in the same boat as Caterpie. Actually, Weedle and Kakuna are kind of in the same boat as Caterpie and Metapod. They are just behind them. They both, I think, learn similar movesets. I think Kakuna and Metapod have the exact same learn set, which is just Harden. I think Weedle gains Poison Sting other than Caterpie, so it's got that above it, but I just like Caterpie more. Beedrill, like I said, I don't like Beedrill as much as Butterfree. I like Butterfree more than Beedrill. I know that's how can you like Butterfree more? I just do. I'm weird like that. But again, that's the most accurate bug-type Pokemon tier list. What are you going to do? Argue with me? You want to tell me I'm wrong, you little piss baby? No, I'm right. This is the most accurate one. Mega Beedrill, on the other hand, is goated. I like it better than G-Max Butterfree. G-Max Butterfree is really good, but Mega Beedrill just hits that sweet spot. It's like the duality of man, right? Because as you can see from here, I like the Butterfree line more than the Beedrill line, but the Mega Beedrill is just on a whole other level. I agree, Butterfree should have gotten a Mega, and we got the G-Max, which like with Snorlax is supposed to fill the void of a Mega, but that doesn't matter because Mega Beedrill is so much cooler. I love this thing so fucking much. It's so awesome. Paris. Paris is an oddball one. I don't dislike it, but I don't instantly like it. I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put it in okay. I like it better than Caterpie and I'm gonna put it in meh, but in front of Caterpie and Weedle. And Paris is a meh. There's not much I can say about Paris. Paris just kind of exists. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't do anything wrong. He's not going above and beyond, but he's not, like, dragging down the name bug type. He's just here. Parasect, I really like. I think I'm going to put in between Butterfree and Weedle. Parasect, I really like. I like the fact that, like, technically, I think with Parasect, because these two mushrooms on Paris are parasites. Hence the name Paris. So it's slowly like controlling it, and in here, the wide eyes mean like the mushroom is completely taken over. The mushroom is what's in control of Parasect here. So it's just like weird and odd and creepy that the mushroom is what's in control, not the crab thing we see. It's not like a shell. It's an actual parasite that's just lodged itself into this thing's back. It's kind of like morbid in a sense, you know what I mean? It's like those bugs that lay its eggs in like the head of cicadas, and then when the eggs hatch, they just burst through the cicada's head and just eat it for nutrients. It's so morbid, but so fascinating. Venonat, I know a certain streamer who would get mad if I put this thing anywhere but goated, but Venonat, I'm just gonna put it in meh. I would not particularly like to have a Venonat above anything here. I definitely would much rather take it than a Metapod and a Kakuna, for sure. For fucking sure. Venonat is like, again, one of those monsters surprisingly bulky. You wouldn't think it is, but it is. I'm surprised. This thing looks more like Butterfree than Caterpie does. To the point where like people thought that like last minute they swapped the two final Evos. But it's not, again, it's not like I don't dislike Venonat. It's just like there's a lot of other bug types that are way better. Venomoth, I think I'm also gonna put in meh. I think it's not. It's definitely less than these guys, but I feel like meh. And the lead is a good spot for Venomoth. Venomoth is like great value brand Butterfree, but it's arguably better. I think the stats are better for Venomoth than Butterfree, if I'm not mistaken, but like nobody ever uses Venomoth. Everyone uses Butterfree, and myself included in that. If I had both a Butterfree and a Venomoth in my PC and I had to use one, I would 100% grab the Butterfree. I don't know why. They're essentially the same mon. If anything, like I said with the Venonat becoming Butterfree, that should make more sense. It makes more sense for Caterpie to become fucking Venomoth. They look similar. They both got the little horn things going on. It makes sense, but I digress. I really like this thing. It's just meh. Like I do like Venomoth. It's not as much as any of these guys though. Scyther. I think I'm gonna put Scyther in. Do I put him in Stupid Good? I don't really like Scyther enough to go in Stupid Good. He's a cool mon, don't get me wrong. But there's plenty of other bug types that are just better than Scyther. There's plenty of other ones that deserve a spot in Super Good. Scyther, being as cool as he is, if he didn't have an Evo, he would probably go in Stupid Good. But he has an Evo that's just way better, which we'll get to here in a moment. So he just kind of goes in okay in comparison. Pinsir is... I'm gonna put Pinsir in Stupid Good. I really like Pinsir. Pinsir is one of those mons that's just like, it's weird, but like it's handy to have. You never see people use it, much like Venomoth, but it's one of those mons where you're happy to have it. It's a cool member of the team. Mega Pinsir though, goated. Goated with the sauce, busting it down, sexual style. I don't think I need to say anything other than this thing. Its design is cool. Its ability, Aerialate, where it turns normal type moves into flying type moves. So you have quick attack, a flying type move now, becomes stab priority. Holy fuck, this thing's so cool. I love this thing. Oh, it looks like something. This motherfucker looks like something if you saw in your house. The house belongs to him and you're gonna burn it down now. That's what this thing looks like. I love it. Ladybug, I'm sorry, but you're trash. Ladybug, there's not much you can do with the Ladybug, right? There is not much you can do with the Ladybug. Like, I thought these two were bad. This thing gets moves, but its stats are so low that it doesn't do anything. Vedian, I'm attached to this thing. So I'm putting that. Honestly, it belongs in trash, right? This Pokemon belongs in trash. However, I'm gonna make a brief like explanation on putting it in Met. So for those longtime viewers of the channel, you know that I had Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. And by the end of the Nuzlocke, I was really struggling to get Mons, and I had a Ledian, and it knew Heat Wave for some reason, and I was facing a Regice, and so I sent out Ledian because I knew that it had Heat Blast, and I figured worst case scenario, I take a hit and I get to go into a clean switch in. Best case scenario, it one-shots. Ledian fucking two-shotted that Regice with Heat Wave. The TM got randomized, which is why he was able to learn Heat Wave to begin with. But it two-shotted a fucking Regice. I don't think I kept it in long enough to two-shot it. I think I did the damage and then swapped out. But it's just that memory that keeps it from being in trash. I'm putting it in meh. Spinarak, it's okay. I like Spinarak. Spinarak's an okay mod to get. It's an okay bug type to get. It's kind of like the Paris situation where it's just kind of there. It kind of looks like a little baby version of the spiders from Ocarina of Time. You know what I mean? The ones that come down with the skulls on their back and you have to wait for them to turn around to kill them. It reminds me of those. And it's just a little guy. Ariados, though, he's stupid good. I really like Ariados. I really like his design. I really like what he does. I don't get to use Ariados often. But when I do, I really enjoy using him. I don't know why. He's not the best bug type on here by any means. I just really like using him. Yanma. I can't justify putting it in trash. I can't really justify putting it in Met either. It's like in a weird in between. I think in the lead of trash. Yanma, I don't know why they made this thing, right? This thing provided next to nothing for the longest time. Until it got a evolution, this thing provided next to nothing. Nobody used this thing. It wasn't strong enough to take any hits. Like, people can like Yanma. I like Yanma. But, like, why did they make this thing without an evolution or, like, without buffed up stats? It doesn't make any sense. Pineco, I think it's another Memon, but, I think he goes right here. Pineco, if I'm not mistaken, is Rock Bug, or it's Pure Bug, one or the other. This isn't a Pokemon you get to see talked about a whole lot because people who get Pineco are trying to get Fortress, right? And again, you get these Pokemon at their base form trying to get their final evolutions, but nobody is excited to get a Pineco because they like Pineco. People are excited to get Mudkip because they like Mudkip. People are excited to get Dano because they like Dano. People are excited to get motherfucking Magikarp because they like Magikarp, right? Nobody gets Pineco and it gets excited because they like Pineco. They get Pineco because they're excited because they like Fortress. Speaking of the big man, Fortress is okay. Fortress, I think in the back's okay. It's fair for him. He's good at what he does. He's good at what he does. He is great for clearing hazards, getting rid of Stealth Rock, getting rid of spikes, toxic spikes, everything that has to do with a hazard. Fortress is good at getting rid of. However, that is all he's good for. This thing doesn't hit hard. It's slow as shit. Gyro Ball is something that's supposed to like hit harder. The Pokemon's slower. Doesn't hit for shit because his attack points is nothing. His defensive stats aren't the fucking roof. But he's great at what he does. Just it happens to be what he does. You're only going to face him competitive, and there are Pokemon that honestly you're either not going to worry about the hazards because you're going to do so much damage to them that it's not going to matter, or there are Pokemon that get rid of the hazards much easier and are much bulkier. Scissor is stupid good, right? Scissor is amazing. I love Scissor. Scissor is the best thing that ever happened to Scyther. It's so good. It's the best thing to come. It's one of the best things to come out of second gen. It's an awesome Pokemon. Hits like a fucking truck. Steel, Bug is an unfortunate typing because of that massive weakness to fire. But it doesn't fucking matter. This thing gets Bullet Punch. This thing gets E-Speed. This thing gets all sorts of other shit. I love Scissor. I'm happy to get Scissor every time I get one. Mega Scissor is goated. Just flat out goated. He is everything. You know how, like, if you've watched my other tier list videos, I've said that they tried to perfect perfection, and you can't do that. If you try to perfect perfection, you only go backwards. This is like one of the few exceptions. Scissor is perfect, but then they made Mega Scissor and was like, watch me. And he is so fucking cool. The claws are a tiny bit goofy. They're a tiny bit goofy, but everything else about him is so fucking cool. I love it so much. You don't fuck with the Shuckle. Listen to me, okay? We set this in the rock type tier list video, and I'm saying it again here in bug. You don't fuckle with the Shuckle, okay? Heracross, another stupid good mon. Another really cool mon to come out of second gen. Second gen had a lot of good bug types. I'm starting to realize that. Second gen was pretty good for bug types. It was an awesome gen to be a bug type lover. Heracross is bug fighting, very unique typing. I don't think we got another one until 7th gen. And it just hit like a truck. It was like, if you didn't have a way to get Scissor, you defaulted to Heracross, which sounds like a bad thing, like I'm insulting Heracross, but it's meant as a good thing, because Heracross is like one step below. You know what I mean? Because like it doesn't have the coverage or the speed that Scissor has, but it hits hard enough and is bulky enough to hold its own. It's really cool. Mega Heracross is also stupid good. I like this thing. I don't like this thing enough to be put in goated, but I really like Mega Heracross. It does everything that Heracross does, but better. No shit. Hits Mega. But there are some Megas that aren't worth turning into Megas. You know what I mean? So Mega Heracross, I love the design of it. I love the pinchers that it has. The arms, just like Mega Scissor, a little goofy. Look, I understand what they're going for. It's a fighting type. It reminds me of like Luffy's giant fist. You know what I mean? Where he like pokes a hole into stuff and blows air into it and makes a giant fist. It reminds me of that. But you know, I understand the assignment that was given to them, and they followed it pretty good. I feel like I really like Mega Heracross. Whirlpool is one of those Route 1 mons that like you can't hate. Like Gen 3 just doesn't miss, right? Gen 3, the Pokedex of Gen 3 is one banger after another. There are definitely Pokemon in Gen 3 that are better than others, but as far as like Route 1 bugs, Whirlpool's king. Like, you don't get much better than Wormadam. Wormadam, design-wise, is cool. The moveset works. His evolutions are cool. I really like this thing. Silcoon is just better Metapod and Cascoon. If I'm not mistaken, Silcoon actually gets moves outside of Harden. I don't think any of them do damage still, but at least he gets moves. There's not much I could say. It's literally just Hoenn, Metapod, and Kakuna. But that's slightly better. Beautifly is Hoenn, Butterfree. But I actually like this thing a little bit better than Butterfree. I like it. It's purely off design alone. I think aesthetically, it's more appealing. As far as stats go, Butterfree still reigns supreme. So honestly, you could put these in either order, and I'd be happy with them. But I think I'm going to put a Beautifly in front of Butterfree for now, just because aesthetically it's very pleasing. Cascoon, yeah, you can't really put Cascoon above Silcoon. Now, don't get me wrong. You can like Cascoon's design better. I like Cascoon's design better than Silcoon. But at the end of the day, they have the same stats, same learn set. The main difference for them is design and what Pokemon they evolve into. So, you can like it design-wise better, but like if you say like, oh, his learn set is so much better, oh, his stats are so much better, you're lying to yourself. They're exactly the same. Dustox, he's in meh. He's a meh. He's a very meh Pokemon. Dustox is, you either love him or you hate him. He's not bad enough to go into trash, but he's not nearly as appealing as Beautifly is. He doesn't have the stats to hold up with Butterfree or Beedrill. He definitely doesn't have the stats to go with like Fortress or Scyther. He's way better than Ledian. Like, this is a vast improvement than this. But he's just kind of in meh. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't bring a lot to the table. Surskit? I think I'd put Surskit. I'd put Surskit in meh above Ledian. Surskit's not a bad mon to get. Bug Water, you know, it's neutral against fire types. You gain a lightning type weakness, but, you know, it's a decent mon to have on the team. It's okay. Masquerade is kind of a low-key good mon. Like, I don't know why they made Masquerade as good as they did. They gave this thing Intimidate, which I don't know about you, but when I see this thing, I don't get intimidated. For some reason, they gave him Intimidate. It's bug flying, so it's now weak to rock. It's weak to electric, but I mean, it hits so hard, and it lowers your enemy's attack stat by what, 2 stages? It's insane. I don't know why they made this thing as good as they did. Nincada is an okay mon. I like Nincada. Nincada's a cool dude. You get him a little bit later in the game, but like you get Wormadam earlier, but like you get Nincada, so you got options, right? So you have 2 starter bugs that you can do, and each of those starter bugs have different evolutions you can get, and different evolutions that you can like go into and use for your team if you decide to use one, the other, or even both. So I think Nincada is a pretty cool mon. It's bug ground. It's a unique typing. I don't think we got a whole lot of those. Ninjask is stupid good. I really like Ninjask. I don't think he deserves to be like higher up than any of these guys, but he's actually a really cool Pokemon with Baton Pass. He gets Speed Boost. He gets Sword Stance. He's kind of like Fortress in a sense to where he's really good at what he does. What he does really well is that he gets his stats up. He uses Baton Pass to send those stats to a mon to make it even stronger, hit even faster, and hit even harder. So he does his job extremely well. You use ability Speed Boost, you use Substitute, you use Sword Stance, you use X Scissor, and then the 4th move I think is kind of interchangeable depending on what you're wanting to go for. You kind of really only need to do Sword Stance and Substitute to get Speed Boost to do speed, Sword Stance to do your attack, and then you use X Scissor to kind of buy some time to build up your attack if you're behind Substitute for a couple turns. And then the 4th move I think is just kind of like, you're kind of Shadow Lock, so you need a second offensive move. So you would just do Ninjask. Ninjask is a pretty cool mon. Shedinja is just a creepy mon, but I also like it. Like, Shedinja also was a pain in the ass to get whenever I was a kid, because I couldn't figure out how to fucking get him until I got like the guidebook, and it said like, oh, you have to have a empty slot. And it's kind of creepy because he's like the shed skin from the Nincada evolving into a Ninjask, and he's like, if you look in the whole of his back, your soul is ripped from your body. He only has 1 HP, like max. At full, he's at 1, so he's the lowest HP mon ever. But he gets Wonder Guard, so he's only able to be hit by super effective moves, which is insane. Like, he's the only Pokemon to have this move. Like, this is why I really like 3rd Gen. 3rd Gen thought out of the box. It's like, oh, hey, we have this Pokemon that has 1 HP, but he has this abilities where he can only be hit by super effective moves. And because they made him Bug Ghost, it's not like super effective moves don't exist. You just have to be able to be smart enough to plan around them. And it's so cool. I really like this thing. Volbeat. I think I'm gonna put Volbeat in Meh. And again, Volbeat and Illumise are kind of like 2 sides of the same coin, but I like Illumise's design better. I'll put Illumise here and Volbeat. I'm gonna put Volbeat here because they're electric bugs. They're supposed to be like fireflies, but nobody really uses these things. I would say they're good at what they do, but honestly, I don't know what they do. They just kind of exist. Anorant is one of my favorite fossil Pokemon, and he is okay. He's okay. He's not the best choice, for terms of like bug type Pokemon, but he's not the worst choice either. Especially since his evolution is pretty decent. I like him. Granados is stupid good. I really like this thing. I love the design. I love what he can do. I love the fact that he's Bug Rock. He's such a cool mon. I wish that they gave Granados more love than that he deserved. He is such an underrated mon. Cricketune! Or is this Cricketot? I think this is Cricketot. Cricketot is, he's okay. He's an okay mon. I'm gonna put him in the back of okay. There's all these Pokemon I like more than him. But he's okay. No, again, I've never really used a Cricketot. I've seen what Cricketune can do. But I don't really know what Cricketox can do. So, you know, design alone, he's an okay. Cricketoon. He's in goated. He's got the mustache. He's got the cool little sound, you know, the and he's I don't know what else to say about him. I really like this thing. He's in goated. All right, leave me alone. Burmy, I'm sorry, man, but you're kind of trash. You're the king of trash, but you're kind of trash. Not gonna lie. Burmy I think he only gets protect, and I think maybe hidden power, and that's it. And he's kind of garbage. Not gonna lie to you. Wormadam is you see, I like Wormadam. I'm weird, right? Wormadam, the grass one, is one of my favorite like bug type Pokemon, but just because it's one of my favorites doesn't mean that like it belongs in goated. I can like things that aren't necessarily good. So like I think in terms of like Wormadam, I'm gonna put him here in the very front of Meh, or her I should say. They're only female, but like I love the way this Pokemon aesthetically looks. I just wish that it was better. Motham, like he's okay. Motham's an okay mon. He's way better than Wormadam. I just wish that Wormadam was on the same page as Burmy or Motham. Sorry, but like you know he's good at what he does, and that's it. He's an okay. Combee, Combee's going to back of Meh. And I'm gonna explain why. Combee's going back to Meh because it doesn't offer a lot. It's a great sweet scent mon, but other than that, that's it. And to get a female one is such a pain in the ass, like unreasonably so. I understand why. It's because, you know, oh, the female become the queen bee. There's very few females whenever bees lay eggs and have larvae. So, you know, that's why you want to, which is understandable. I get that. But god damn it, it's so fucking hard to get these motherfuckers female. So for that reason, it's in there. Vespa Quinn's stupid good. I'm just gonna put that out there. Vespa Quinn, one of the better bug types. Vespa Quinn, I love with a burning fucking passion. Vespa Quinn is one of those Pokemon that isn't necessarily good, but I will gladly use it for any reason. I love this thing. Yanmega, another stupid good mon. I really like Yanmega. I like him a lot. It's a much needed improvement to Yanma. Now, should he have been Bug Dragon? 110% yes. The fact that this thing is Bug Rock, not Bug Dragon, is a crime. You mean to tell me we have 2 Dragonflies, right? We have 2 Dragonfly Pokemon, Flygon and Yanmega. One of which is a dragon. He did good on one of them. He's not Bug type, but you know, he's a Dragonfly. I get it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You got half it right. And you get the other half right with this one, but this thing's more Dragonfly than Flygon. If either one of them deserved the dragon type, it's this thing, because it's Bug fucking Dragon. I don't know why they don't, you know, give him a Mega to make that one Bug Dragon to make more sense. I don't know why I think I understand why, because you can't get this thing to evolve unless it's ancient power. But that shouldn't mean shit. It should just be, you know, immediately going to Bug Dragon. I don't know why. Swadloon, another Route 1 Bugmon, but from 5th gen. I kind of like this thing. Not gonna lie, kind of like this thing. I like what it turns into. I like this thing. The design is aesthetically pleasing. And it doesn't learn a whole lot, but it's a Route 1 mon. What are you gonna do? It's not supposed to learn a whole lot. Swadloon. I don't like this thing as much as I do Swadloon. Swadloon, I don't know what it's supposed to be like a cocoon thing going on, like an introvert wrapped up in a blanket. I get that. I'm not downing it because of like what it's supposed to represent. But this is one of those things where it's like, it's in its awkward teen phase, you know what I mean? It's in its awkward teen phase, you know, it'll grow out of it eventually. Sometimes they don't though. Levani, I like Levani a lot, unnecessarily so. I don't know why I like Levani so much. It's not a good mon by any means, but I just really like this thing. Aesthetically it's pleasing. It doesn't hit like a truck. It really doesn't. But just for some reason, this Pokemon speaks to me. Venipede. I like Venipede. Venipede's cool. Venipede's cool. He's one of the cooler baby bug Pokemon, right? Like you can tell this thing's gonna like turn into something gnarly. And he does what his predecessors do, but like he's if a trainer sends out a Venipede, it's gonna do some damage like early route. It's a great early Pokemon. Orbeetl is like the what's it called? Bagon's evolution. What the fuck is that thing called? I think that's gonna bother me. Shieldon. That's what it's called. It's the bug Shieldon. I don't know why. I don't know why they made this thing as good of a bug type as they did, but it's super bulky and it hits super hard. Like it's literally just the line is getting slowly better. Then we got Scoloped. Scoloped is fucking stupidly awesome. Scoloped will fuck your shit. Scoloped will push you over for your lunch money and then kick dirt in your face. This thing is unreasonably cool. It hits unreasonably hard. I don't know why 5th gen made such a cool bug Pokemon, but they did, and I'm here for it. Then we got a little Dwebble. You got a little Dwebble. Little Dwebble is okay. Little Dwebble is okay. Little Dwebble can go here. He doesn't do a lot, but what he does, he does it. Crustle. Crustle's. I'm putting him in stupid good, but in the back is stupid good because I have to respect the Crustle. Crustle is like a lesser version of Shuckle, right? Crustle is a lesser version of Shuckle. It gets Shell Smash, so that way its defenses get lower, but its stats get way higher. But because its defenses aren't as high as Shuckle, it doesn't do it as good. But its attacks is already decent, so it's kind of balancing itself out to be on par with Shuckle, but not really. So I have to respect the Mon. He has to go in stupid good on principle alone. Carablast. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I had to look up this motherfucker's name. I could not, for the life of me, remember what this motherfucker was called. And honestly, because of that, you're going in Met. You're not necessarily bad enough to go in trash, but you're forgettable enough to go in Met. This Cavalier is just like unnecessarily good. Like, there's no reason for a Pokemon that's forgettable as this, that's such a pain in the ass to evolve as it is, to make a Pokemon that's this cool. Like, there's no reason for it. There's just no reason for it. Joltik, I'm gonna put you in okay. I like you. Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna put you there, but I don't like Dwebble as much as you. So Joltik's gonna go in okay. Joltik is a really cool idea for a Mon. It's the smallest Pokemon. It's like the size of like the tip of my finger, I think. It's a cool Mon. It's a cool idea for a Pokemon. I really like it. Galvantula, I fucking love Galvantula. Galvantula is such a cool Spider-Mon. I think Galvantula is the definitive Spider Pokemon. Ariados is like a close second, but when I think of Spider Pokemon, I think of Galvantula. Galvantula is so fucking cool. It's big enough to be like, holy shit, that's a massive spider, but it's not like insanely big like Ariados is. I really like this thing. You got Shelmet. Shelmet's in like the same boat as Carablast, but not as much. Because again, there's no reason for this little fucker to be as difficult to evolve as it is. And like, you can tell that like, oh, this thing evolved from this thing, but it looks like this should be the evolution. I get that that's the whole point. But still, man, Asogore is in the same boat as this Cavalier. There's no reason for this motherfucker to be as cool as he is. He's like he reminds me of like the egg thieves from Spyro. I don't know why. I know why he reminds me of that, but I don't know why they did this with him. It's such an odd choice to make a Pokemon that evolves by not only by trading with a specific other Pokemon, and then they take the characteristics of the previous Pokemon. Even then, Asogore doesn't look like it takes characteristics from Carablast. Like, the Escavalier looks like it took characteristics from the Shelmet. This makes fucking sense. This don't make no sense. What did you pick up from this thing? It's bad wardrobe. What the fuck? Durant is put Durant right there. Durant is one of those Pokemon that's like, you're never gonna take it, right? You're never gonna take a Durant. Durant is, I don't know what to say about Durant. Durant is just nobody uses a Durant. Who the fuck uses a Durant willingly? Unless they're doing some sort of challenge run. It's insane. Larvesta is actually a really cool Pokemon. Larvesta is stupid good. I love Larvesta. I hate how long he stays a Larvesta though. He's a Larvesta until like what, level fucking like 60 or some shit like that. I don't know why they made this thing wait so long to fucking evolve. I think it's the longest wait for a Pokemon to evolve that we've ever had. It's insane. Volcarona's goated. Just flat out. Volcarona is goated. I love Volcarona. I'm actually gonna put it in front of the circle. I love Volcarona with a burning passion. Volcarona is arguably, right now as it stands, it's my favorite bug type. Volcarona is such a good Pokemon that the complaint from earlier was that Larvesta took so long to evolve. But Volcarona is such a good Pokemon that it needs to take so long to evolve. I love it. Genesect, I don't love this thing. I don't love this thing. Genesect's a cool concept, don't get me wrong. He's a very cool concept. But it's just, the Pokemon itself has its flaws, right? The Pokemon itself has its flaws. The thing about him is, from the movie, they're from the past, but they look like robots, and they have like drives to like mount on for cannon shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why. But it's not that I don't like it. It is a cool mon. It's just I can't justify putting it in stupid good, but I can't justify putting it anywhere down here either. So he's in the lead of okay. Little Spupa. Little Spupa. You are in meh. You're ahead of Ledian. Congratulations. You are ahead of Ledian. This is there's not much you can say about Spupa. Spupa is just Gen 6 Caterpie. That's all he is. That's literally all it is. I'm sorry. I got those confused. This is Scatterbug. This is Spupa. Oh my god, how am I getting these fucking names confused? I like it. It goes back here. The fact that I got Spupa and Scatterbug's names mixed up, I think speaks wonders about these Pokemon. Like, don't get me wrong, I've used both. Neither of which are bad to use. They're just not my first choice. That's all there is to it. Vivillon's is also in meh. I think I'm gonna put it here. The reason that it's here and not further down, because part of me wants to like put Vivillon like here, right? Part of me wants to put it there, maybe a little bit here. But it goes here because the concept was so cool and I really liked it. There is a different Vivillon for every country. I really like that. That makes a much bigger collection you can get. It makes it to where you want to trade with people in other countries. Makes you want to talk to people from other countries. Like, you're like, hey, is anybody here from South Korea who wants to trade me their Vivillon? And, you know, it's a really cool concept. I really liked it. We got Grubbin. Grubbin, I feel like, I don't really care for Grubbin. I'm gonna be honest with you. Grubbin was a miss. For the Route 1 bugs, Grubbin was a miss. I didn't know how to feel about it when I first saw it. I thought, okay, maybe later on I'll see the evolution, and the evolution just didn't like bring it up to snuff. And so he goes in meh. And Charjabug, he's just one above Grubbin, honestly. The meme where it's like a little bus is kind of funny. But other than that, that's all this thing has going for it. I'm be real with you, that's all it's got going. Vikavolt, there's something off about his design that I don't care for, but I can't justify putting it super low on the list. So it's also gonna go in meh. But you know, it's not a bad Pokemon, it's just not my cup of tea. Cutie Fly, I like this thing so much better. Than Vikavolt. I think this thing is a much better works as a much better Route 1 bug. It's Bug Fairy. I don't think we've gotten any other Bug Fairy other than its evolved form. And it works very well as a Pokemon. Like, this thing almost encompasses Gen 7. When I think of Gen 7, this is one of the Pokemon that come to mind. Ribombee is, again, one of those Pokemon that's just like, why is this thing, like, as good as it is? Like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of Pokemon better than Ribombee, but the fact this thing is as good as it is, there's no reason for it. There's zero reason this thing should be as good as it is. Dewpider is an okay mon. I really like Dewpider. Its face is a little goofy, but you know, we're getting there. Araquanid is stupid good. I love Araquanid. I think you're noticing this theme. I really like spider Pokemon. Araquanid just instills fear. You know what I mean? Like, you see this thing and you're scared shitless. Especially if you played Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. Ultra Sun Ultra Moon did this Pokemon justice by making it the new totem Pokemon. Sorry for spoilers. But still, like, you saw, like, okay, here comes the Wishy-Washy. And then an even bigger shadow comes up and eats that one and then fucks your day up. It's insane. I love it so much. Wimpod? I kind of like Wimpod. Not gonna front. Wimpod's kind of cool. You know, it's not got a lot going for him, but he's kind of cool. But he's cool. I like what he's here for. Oh, this thing. I fucking love this fucking Pokemon. Golisopod is one of the coolest bug type Pokemon. Not just because of his design, not just because of his moveset, but because of his trainer. As you guys know, I am a very big Guzma stan. I believe that Gen 7 did my boy dirty. I believe that Game Freak as a whole owes Guzma an apology. I believe that Guzma had the potential to be so much more, and I think a specific scene in the anime encompasses that, right? So a brief description of what is happening. Guzma's in a fight for the championship. I don't know what happened, everything before this. I just seen this one clip. I haven't seen the Sun and Moon anime. I've seen this one clip because it was Guzma with Golisopod, and I love it. He's fighting one of the island challenge leaders, right? You know, the teenagers controlling the challenges for you fight a Kahuna. And she is, you know, being like showy, is like, go, Primarina, use so-and-so. Before she could finish her sentence, he just goes, throat chop. And without hesitation, goes for Primarina's throat. So that way that she can't use her voice, which is like the source of her power, to attack him, and just demolishes this fucking kid's hopes and dreams. I love Golisopod so much. It is so cool. And it is trained by one of the coolest trainers Pokemon has ever come out with, and they done the man dirty. If you guys want to see me do an entire rant video on why I think Pokemon did Guzma dirty, why I think they should have done to improve on him, and what I would just everything that they improved and why I love him so much. Just a Guzma video. Make sure to hit that like button. Buzzwol. We're getting to like the really good bug type Pokemon now. Buzzwol I don't like as much as Golisopod, but he's still a really cool Pokemon. Buzzwol is another bug fighting. I think he's the first one since why can't I drawing blank on his name? Heracross, sorry. But he's a swole fucking bug. Ash caught him apparently. I don't know how the fuck he did that. Ash apparently caught a lot of really strong Pokemon in Gen 7. Gen 7 was Ash's year. Like, that was the year of Ash. They gave that man so much heat. Like, it's insane. They have Pheromosa. Pheromosa is another really good bug type. Another bug fighting. Again, since Heracross, the Bug Mommy. Bug Mommy can go in stupid good. Bug Mommy hits hard. She's fast. She's not thick, but you know she's a good Pokemon. I like this thing. Blipbug. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when making this garbage ass Pokemon. What were they thinking? Who approved this design? Who designed this thing? Who designed? I just want to talk. Dottler is like a step above. Dottler's like a slight step above. It's passable, but it's still not quite there. Then we get to Orbeetl. Orbeetl is like, it's the king of meh. It's okay, it's passable, but I don't know, man. I get weird vibes off this thing. Gmax Orbeetl, I don't really care for. I don't really like this thing. I don't really like this thing. I like the power that it has. Bug Psychic is a very unique typing. We don't see that outside of Genesect, and you have to have a special item for that. So it's very interesting to see Bug Psychic, especially with the power that G-Max Orbeetl has. The only problem is I just don't care for this Pokemon. It looks goofy from the front. Like underneath, it's like, oh my god, it's an alien, it's a UFO, or it's coming to kill us. So when you see it, it's like hanging from, it's like it's got a massive tumor. Okay? It's got a massive tumor. It's not the tumor. Scoloped. Scoloped, meh. Like Gen 8 Pokedex hold. There's very few Pokemon in Gen 8 that are like above meh. Very few Pokemon in Gen 8 that are above meh. Some of them make the cut. Some of them Gen 8 did a few good ones, but I don't think there's a single Gen 8 Pokemon above meh. Like we just got the Gen 8, but like, but not the greatest gen for Pokedex. Scorch is a step above. I like Scorch. But it's just, again, it's one of those Pokemon where it's like, Gen 8 Pokedex, man, like, there's Pokemon that are hits, and there's a lot of misses. It was not the year for Pokemon, man. G-Max Scorch, I actually kind of like. Like, I kind of like this thing. It's very simplistic, but it's like simplistic enough to make it to where it's different enough. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a very simple man. I believe less is more when it comes to designing stuff. You don't want to make it crazy and over the top, which is why I think I like it better than G-Max Orbeetl. G-Max Orbeetl is really crazy and over the top. Same thing with like Orbeetl, just regular. He kind of looks like a Digimon more than a Pokemon. But with G-Max Scorch, it's a longer Scorch, which a lot of people didn't like, but I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it that way. Snom is just, for meme potential, he goes in okay. He's a very cute, he's kind of cute. I'll put him here. How he was not going to go in the back, I'll go okay. He's a very cute Pokemon, I understand. He's got a little butt for a face. He looks kind of derpy. He looks like if you just did like this to his face, his eyes would be looking two different ways. And he's just kind of a cute Pokemon. Frostmoth, disappointing. Frostmoth was disappointing. I'm about to explain why. Now, a lot of people like Frostmoth. Design-wise, I really like Frostmoth, but it's going in trash. So I'm going to explain why. Frostmoth should have been Galarian Volcarona. Because you already have Fire Larva and Fire Bug. So Snom can pass as its own Pokemon, right? It's very much different enough from Larvesta that you could make a different Pokemon for Snom. But Frostmoth looks so similar to Volcarona that you cannot deny the similarities. You can't deny. It's like they thought right, that this is gonna be what Galarian Volcarona looks like. Realize that Snom looks nothing like Larvesta, so they just kind of like scrapped the idea and just came up with Frostmoth. Not Frostmoth, I know it's Frostmoth, but come on, man, like it's like a name they threw together last second. Like, come on, you can't deny that. And that is going to be my bug-type Pokemon tier list. As always, this is the most accurate Pokemon tier list on YouTube. All other bug-type Pokemon tier lists are in fact wrong. But if you think I missed something out here, or you think I was wrong somewhere, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to check out my second channel, Notification, where we post pretty much, everything non-Pokemon related, gaming content, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. If you want to see me stream both Pokemon and non-Pokemon related content, be sure to check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/SuperNova796. If you miss any of my VODs, be sure to check out my VOD channel, SuperNova VODs, because Twitch is not like saving your VODs unless you're partnered. So whenever I stream, the VOD gets plucked from Twitch and immediately put to my VOD channel. Be sure to check out my TikTok, where I post literally anything and everything. Be sure to check out my Discord, where, we hang out, post memes every now and again. And be sure to check out my garbage opinions over on Twitter. Alright, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. Comment below what you think of the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel, helps me as a whole. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.
Take bars, little man.